Hi everyone, let's talk about object destructuring. Destructuring helps us extract the content from objects and arrays into their own variables. And we're going to see an example of that, several examples of destructuring in this video. And in this video, what I would like to do is I would like to try to cover everything you will ever need when it comes to object destructuring. So there's going to be a lot of ideas and I hope you can keep up. I'm sure you can keep up. Of course you can. Let's create an object since we are destructuring objects. This is going to be a rather big object. And I could type everything out or I could just copy paste the content, and I'm going to go over that because I don't want to waste your time. These are very simple stuff. We have product names, stylish sunglasses, price, stock, and then we have another object within this object which is shipping, premium user. For premium users, let's say we want to have the shipping free. Anyone who is a premium user of our products, let's say we want them to have free shipping. Because premium users, they buy all the time, they pay extra, I don't know, or whatever. So I'm not going to jump into the actual economics of that, but if they're a premium user, let's say the shipping is free for them. But if they are a regular user, they're not premium, then we are going to check whether or not they're regular monthly or they're regular yearly. If they are regular yearly, then they're going to have they're going to pay a 2% shipping, for example. Again, not an expert in this area. And then if they are a regular monthly, we're going to say, okay, they're going to pay 5%. And this is basically, we are trying to encourage our users to go premium, to buy more stuff, to pay more. And by default, our discount is going to be 0.25%, right? So let's jump into, this is actually 0.25 or 25% discount. 0.25 is actually like 25% discount. And let's talk about destructuring. Let's say I want to grab the product price and I want to grab the product name. How can I grab these two from this object? Now, an easy way would be to say product, come on buddy, product name is equal to product dot product name. And I'm going to console log this as well, console dot log product name. Let's save that. And we can see product name is not, sorry, product name, product N. There we go. Let's save that. There we go. So the name of the product is sunglasses. I'm going to increase this a little bit more. So this is the name of the product. What about the actual price of the product? How can we grab that? And I'm going to grab both of them and I'm going to set them to price. And let's show it here as well. This is price. And when I save it, it is $12.99. That's cool. But you can see how tedious this gets. Let's say you want to grab 2 or 3 more items from this object or properties from the object. For each of them, you must have a dedicated line of code. But what if there was an easier way of doing that? And that's where destructuring comes into place. Destructuring is basically when you destructure something. I know it sounds silly, but that's exactly what it does. So when you want to structure an object, what it is that you want to do. When you're learning these new concepts, you need to pay very close attention to their names because their names are not by accident. They have those names specifically because those names partly indicate what they do. Now, when you want to create an object, you are actually structuring that object, right? You're creating keys, you're creating values. Maybe you have another object in there. Maybe you have another object within that other object, and so on and so forth. So you're technically structuring an object. But when I'm talking about destructuring, it is the opposite of structuring. It means I'm taking it apart. So I'm destructuring that. I'm destructuring it. Okay, cool. Now, how can we do that? There is a syntax for the destructuring expression or operator, and that is, I don't know if I should say this, but that is unfortunately a pair of curly braces, and it exactly looks like a block of code, a block of code declaration for a function, for an array, for a for loop, or a block scope, like we talked about in our second video of this tutorial series. It is that. So I'm going to say const. Let's open up the block of code. Now keep in mind, this is not actually a block of code. This is the destructuring operator. And I'm going to set it to the product object. Keep that in mind, product object. Now within here, what do I want to grab from this product object? I want to grab the product name, and I also want to grab the product price. And it is as simple as that. Just have to copy them, put them right there, add a comma, and then copy this one, put it right there, and then save it. And that's it. And you can see we still have sunglasses at 12.99, even though these two are commented out. So congratulations, you have destructured your very first object. And this is how simple it is. But it requires constant practice. Now, this is very simple. The first level or the high level properties are easy to destructure. And I have added this object within the product object for a reason. It's not like by accident. It has been added there for a reason. And the reason is that how can you destructure a nested object? How can you do that? Now I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to create another const variable. And I'm going to say, let's say, what is it that we want to do? We want to grab whether or not the user, we want to grab the percentage shipping fee for regular monthly user and for a regular yearly user. We want to grab those. So I want to grab regular monthly, and I want to grab, let's copy that, and I want to grab regular yearly. And now you need to keep in mind what happens after the assignment operator. So we need to jump into the product object. Within the product object itself, do we have regular monthly? No. They are nested within the shipping object. So dot shipping, keep that in mind, pay very close attention. Now within the shipping object, do we have regular monthly or yearly? No. They are nested within the regular user. So I'm going to say dot regular user. And now within the regular user, do we have the regular monthly and yearly? Yes, we do. And now we have access to it. Let's save that. Very cool stuff, right? And I'm going to come down here. I'm going to say console.log. And now keep in mind, these are actually variables. This regular monthly is actually a variable. And this regular yearly is also a variable. Let's put that there. Let's save it. And there we go. So it says 5 and it says 2. I could use backticks in here. And let's put it right there. And this is going to be a regular yearly user. This is monthly. I'm going to fix that. Don't worry about it. I'm going to say monthly. And let's grab basically this entire thing, put it right here, regular yearly user, and this is going to be yearly. Let's save that. There we go. Regular monthly user, regular yearly user. And this is a good thing about backticks or template strings. Now this was a good idea, a cool thing that we did here. Now we know how we can destructure nested objects as well. But destructuring doesn't end here. We can add names to these objects. We can add names, to these properties. Now you might be saying, okay, it is especially true in my situation, in my condition, that this regular monthly is a mouthful, right? It is very difficult for me to pronounce, especially the regular yearly one. It's very difficult. So how can I shorten this name? This is very long. Can I shorten it? Yes, you can. You can do that with destructuring. And I'm going to show it to you. So we do have these, and there is an error clearly, but we can assign names to them. So regular monthly, I can shorten it to monthly. Very cool. And you can see the error is gone, this underline error. And the regular yearly, I can add it, I can just rename it to yearly or annual. Annual is, I think, better. Annual. Let's save that. And now let's take a look at these. I'm gonna comment this. This is gonna be month, regular monthly. And let me put that here. So they're a little bit different. You know which one is which. And I think this is cool. User regular monthly and user regular annual. I'm going to remove the irregular as well. Monthly, annual. And now the only thing that I have to do is just add the monthly and the annual. Let's save that, and there we go. So user monthly is 5 and annual is 2. It could just remove the colon from there and add it right here. I think that makes better sense. There we go. You can see we have 5 and we can do. So we can add different names to our keys of an object as we are destructuring them. So as we are destructuring these, we are actually adding these names. I could zoom out a little so you can see all of them on one line. And let's go smaller with these. And it's still not on one line because of the prettier. Whatever. Let's zoom back in. There we go. So regular monthly has been, you can use regular monthly as you can see from these two console logs, or you can just use monthly. And this is not it. You can also add default key value pairs to your objects as you are destructuring the objects. And that is another cool thing that you can do with destructuring. So how will you ever be able to do that? Let me put that here. Let's say it is the holiday season. The holiday season is upon us. And for the holiday season, what you're going to do is you're going to increase the discount to, let's say, 30%. And you want to have a badge on your products or on your web page that says holiday special is in season, something like that. So we know that by default, the discount is 0.25. Let's say you want to increase it to 3. How would you do that? And I'm going to get rid of all of these, and I'm going to get rid of this as well. And I want to add that within the product object. I'm not going to add it within the shipping. It has nothing to do with the shipping. It's just discount and cost and something like that. So discount, because of the holiday season, I want to increase the discount to 0.3 or 30%, right? That is cool. So with adding an equality sign, you can add default values. It's exactly like the default parameters and functions. When you add an equality sign or when you assign it using the assignment operator, if the user doesn't provide any kind of value for that parameter, the default one will be used. And in this case, since it is the holiday season, the users, they do not have to do anything. And by default, we provide all of our customers with 30% discount. But where is that badge? Where is the badge that I want to add? You can actually create it right here. So I'm going to say holiday special, and I'm going to set it to true. There we go. And yes, you can do this with destructuring as well. Keep in mind, we are destructuring this object, and at the same time, we are changing one value to 0.3, and we are also adding another pair of key values. This is very cool, very cool. And let's take a look at our object first. Let's see what we have done to it, if we have broken it. And I'm going to take a look at here. So you can see the discount is 0.25 because this is actually a default value, right? So this is a default value. And if the user doesn't select this discount of 25%, since it requires a little bit more logic that if the holiday special is true, then the discount has to be 0.3. I think you can do that with the function, that we talked about. You can do that, whatever. And you can see that if I take a look at this shipping, we don't have our holiday special because, again, that is a parameter that we have provided in here. This is going to be, these are default ones, that if the holiday special has not been provided, again, I told you it requires a little bit more of logic to provide it within the actual object, but we have actually added it. We should be able to see it right here. Why can't I see it? Let me console log it, the actual values. So I'm going to say console.log discount. Let's see what discount gives us, and holiday special. And I can see the discount is still 0.25% because, again, this is 0.3. And let me get rid of this. I'm going to comment that one out. And now you can see, since we don't have any discount, it says 0.3. And now the holiday special is true. And the discount has been removed from here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and create some sort of logic that would determine automatically if the holiday special is true, then we want the discount to be, let's say, 0.3 or 30%. But if the holiday special is false, we don't want that discount, and we want to, let's say, we want to stick with our 25%. I'm going to keep this discount right here. And where should I create that logic? I'm going to create it down below right here, or on top of these console logs. You know what? Right after the object. I'm going to create it. So what I would like to do here is I would like to create some sort of function that would handle if the holiday special is true or not. But for that to work, we need to have this holiday special specified. So I changed my mind. I'm going to add it right after the holiday special. So I'm going to say function, let's say determine estimate discount. I don't know, something like that. It's not going to get any kind of parameter since it's just a function. We're just determining something. And we can do this easily with a ternary operator. Now, we want to say if the holiday special, so holiday special, if holiday special is equal to true, then I want to grab the product dot discount. I want to send it as 0.3. Otherwise, I want to grab the product dot discount and I want to set it to 0.25. And let's save that. And let's invoke this function as well, estimate discount. Let's save that, and there we go. And already you can see within the object, we can see that the discount is 0.3. I'm going to get rid of all of the other console logs because they are hindering the process of learning. And we just have this object. And within the object, since the holiday special is equal to true, you can see that within the object, even though the discount is 0.25, I think if we get rid of it, it's still going to work because we are adding the discount right here. So we don't need it within the actual object anyway. And the object says, you can see it says discount 0.3. But if I just go ahead and change this to false, and now you can see that the discount says 0.25. There we go. This is how you can handle different edge cases. As long as you know what it is that you want to do, you should be able to code it easily. If you don't know what it is, then that's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be almost impossible for you to code it. And that's where people actually struggle with JavaScript because they are not sure what it is they want to do with it. So if you want to do this, just think about it, maybe write it, and then understand what it is that you've written, understand what it is that you want, and then you can easily add it. Add it to a code. So basically, like this: if holiday special is true, we want this; otherwise, we want that. It's very simple. It could have as easily been a simple if statement. It could have as easily been an if statement. So if holiday special is true, holiday special is equal to true. And we are going to say product.discount is equal to this. Is equal to this. Otherwise, else, okay, ls, not else, let's copy that, let's put it right here, else 0.25, that's it. So let me get rid of this, and let's save that, there we go. So since we have said if the holiday special is equal to true, and it is not true, it is false, we can see that the discount is 0.25. But let's convert it to true. We can see that it changed to 3. We can also get rid of this true as well, because holiday special, we could determine whether or not this is a truthy or a falsy value. So if it is truthy, it means it evaluates to a Boolean true, then the discount has to be 0.3. Otherwise, in any other condition, the discount has to be 0.25. And let's save that. We can see our logic still holds on. And it is better than like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of code has been minimized to 5 lines. I don't think. There is a lot of reduction there, but still, we can see that. Well, I think we can even minimize, we can even refactor this even more. So I'm going to say discount. I'm going to set it to 0.25. This is the regular discount all the time. And I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of this block as well. We are not going to need it. We are going to say if the if the holiday special is true, then product.discount has to be 0.3. That's it. Otherwise, if it is false, it's gonna return back to the object itself, which is 0.25. There we go. So it's even better than what we have done there. Perhaps I should not comment that one out so you can see the process. I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna put that right here. And let's add that here and let's get rid of this, get rid of the block, get rid of there, put all of this on one neat line. If holiday special is true, this product.discount has to be what? 0.3. Otherwise, we don't care. There we go. That's it. That's everything that we needed to do here. And this shows you how you can come up with better and better code as long as you know the best practices, as long as you practice, you can do it.